JT Tuimoloau went to Ohio State and now is a rookie defensive lineman for the Indianapolis Colts. Called on for his versatility, his ability to kind of get off on the edge, pressure the quarterback, stop the run, all the things you've got to do as a defensive lineman. And it's been an interesting evolution for Tuimoloau to get from where he wasn't even active in week one, if I remember correctly, to being where he's getting a bunch of snaps every week and is being counted on to be a productive member of this defense and put pressure on the opposing quarterback while stopping running backs from gashing them. Here's JT Tuimoloau talking about that evolution. This has kind of been an interesting season for you. Yeah. Your evolution to being a guy who can be counted on to get in there and make good plays. What was the thing that caused that evolution?
As in terms of
getting on the field and being productive.
Yeah. Oh, I say it's just staying patient. I think for me, I've talked about it before. Like, it's so easy to go out your way. But I think the real test was how rooted and how faithful I am to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and I felt like that helped that evolution really come to light. When my name was called, just being ready and just being there and preparing as if I'm going to play every week. So once my number was called, I just stepped up and made sure I wasn't surprised by it.
Did it take discipline not to get kind of down in the moment, or did you see kind of it coming?
I say, if I'm hearing your question correctly, I think for me, at first, as me being a kid, I always dreamed about playing. But I know the Lord has plans for me, and this is the plan He had for me, and I was just happy to just walk it and just be blessed to even be here. So I think that's what helped me just stay strong and stay rooted, and not get down and not get discouraged on myself.
Did you have that when you were at Ohio State, like as a freshman, that you sat a little bit and you had to overcome?
Yeah, I mean, Coach Jay, he's I say I learned that there too. Just always, he always made sure, like, when your number's called, competitive excellence at Ohio State was one of our pillars, and whenever your number's called, you just get in there and make the most of it. And so, big credit to even my teammates as brothers here, always making sure I'm in the book, always making sure I know what I'm doing. So whenever that time comes, I'm not surprised by it, or I'm not second guessing myself.
How big a deal is that to have? I mean, Taekwon's an Ohio State guy, right? Have you known him for a long time?
Yeah, I've known. So actually, Taekwon, obviously we went to the same college, me and La too. Actually, on my visit to the University of Washington, he was there. And then Samson and Quiddy, they kind of just like took me under their wing as I got here. So, I have a great relationship with all the guys here. So they helped me in every which way. What's the best piece of advice you've gotten from any of them? Really never doubt yourself. Always stay rooted in your routine, and which is why I speak so highly on my faith and in my Lord, because staying rooted in that and having that firm foundation really just helped me stay the course, because I feel like once you stop leaning on the things that got you here, you can kind of lose yourself. And for me, knowing who I am in the Lord's eyes, that's what helped me just stay strong. No matter what waves come or what things may not go your way, having that solid foundation really just helped me. And that's one thing the guys that kept preaching to me, which is always stay rooted in who you are.
What's the biggest difference between a left tackle in the Big Ten and a left tackle in the NFL?
Man, it's. I say not even the tackle in the Big Ten. I think I went against a lot of left tackles who at O State who got me ready. Going against Paris, DeJuan Jones at times, and Josh Simmons. He got drafted first round. So I say, here, just taking the step up, you got guys who are like 10-year vets. So they've been around the game. They're very wise.
They're tricky.
Yeah. So they know how to finesse and get you out of get you uncomfortable. So I feel like that was different because college you're going against maybe 50 years.
Yeah.
But in the league you're going against guys who've been around the block who have gone against a lot of great DNs. So it all comes down to just IQ. So I feel like that's kind of the separation. I say from college to the league is they're smarter. They know how to defeat you quicker. So yeah, so it's always fun just learning from Braden, from Bernie, from other guys, just like saying like, hey, how did you beat me on this rep?
Yeah.
And just hearing their answer, it's like, dang, they're very detailed in their preparation.
How important is it to go up against a guy like Bernie in practice or Braden in practice, depending on which side you're on? How big a deal is that?
I say depends on how you take it. Depends on how, like for me, going against him, I try to take advantage of those opportunities, because those two are one of the best duos in the league, and being able to go against them on Wednesdays, Thursdays, and just talk with them, see what they see. They help you get ready for that Sunday, because you're going against the best of the best every day, and if you don't take advantage of those moments, then I feel like it's not going to really help you. But if you do, you're going to see. For me, I felt like a big difference. Like, man, when I went in the game, I'm like, okay, I'm used to going against Bernie and Braden, which got me ready. So now it's just take what I learned from them and those reps and just put it in live action.
Thank you. We talk about the likability of the Colts. There's a guy who's likable too. And so the second round draft pick out of Ohio State, playing at a higher and higher level every week. And I think it's really interesting what has kind of manifested this year, and that's the leadership on this team. And he mentioned a lot of the names. A lot of these guys are really taking the time to put their arms around the rookies and saying, here's how we do stuff here. Building that culture takes time, because when Chris Ballard came in, it really didn't exist. And it took some time to get those wheels rolling in the right direction. Now they are. And a guy like JT Tuimoloau, a guy like Jonathan Edwards, these guys are all benefiting from that. And so the Colts as a team, they're benefiting from it too.